We see them every single day, but do we ever really stop and think about them? I'm talking about the roof over your head. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the surprisingly complex and honestly fascinating world of roof architecture.
And it don't just mean keeping the rain out, because as we're about to find out, a roof is so much more than just a lid on a building. It's a super sophisticated, highly engineered system that has a massive job to do.
So let's start with the absolute basics. Why are roofs pretty much the unsung hero of every single building on this planet?
I just love this way of thinking about it. A roof is the top protective skin of a building. It's not just another part, it's a shield. It's the first line of defense against literally everything nature decides to throw at it. And this really shows you what a multitasking genius it is. It's not just about protection, right? A roof has to provide structural safety. It's got to hold its own weight plus snow and wind. It insulates, keeping us warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It has to be an expert at water management. And of course, it plays a huge part in the building's whole vibe, its look and feel.
But doing all those jobs at once requires a really complex system. So if you think a roof is just one solid piece of material, well, think again. Let's peel back the layers and take a look at the hidden anatomy that's working hard right above our heads. Think of a roof like a 4-layer cake, starting from the outside. First up, you've got the covering. That's the visible stuff like your tiles or shingles. Peel that back and you find the absolutely crucial weatherproofing membrane. This is what really stops the leaks. Underneath that, you've got the insulation, which handles temperature and sound. And finally, holding it all up, you have the structure, the skeleton of beams and trusses.
Okay, so now we know what a roof is made of, but let's talk about its shape. This is where architecture gets super creative, and it's a perfect example of that famous saying, form follows function.
Generally speaking, you can pretty much sort all roofs into two big families. You've got your flat roofs, which are amazing for creating extra usable space. Think rooftop terraces or gardens. And then you have pitched or sloped roofs. These guys are the champions in places that get a ton of rain or snow, because, gravity does all the hard work of getting that stuff off the building.
So here's the big secret about flat roofs. They aren't actually truly flat. They have to have a tiny slope. But getting water to drain properly is a constant engineering puzzle. This means the waterproofing has to be absolutely perfect, because if that fails, you've got a very, very big problem on your hands.
And in that pitched roof family, wow, the variety is just incredible. You've got the classic triangular gable roof, the kind a kid would draw on a house. Then there are more complex shapes, like hip roofs, that slope on all 4 sides. Each design has a totally different look and a unique way of dealing with the weather.
This quote just nails it perfectly. The shape of a roof is the building's first response to the sky. It's not a random choice by an architect. It's a direct, functional answer to its environment, to the sun, the wind, the rain, and everything around it.
Of course, the shape is only half the story. The materials you use to build that shape are just as critical. They determine everything, from how long the roof will last to how well it insulates. So what are the options?
This chart gives us a great little snapshot. Okay, so at the top you have RCC, that's reinforced cement concrete. This is the heavyweight champion. It's concrete with steel bars inside, making it unbelievably strong and fire-resistant. Then there's metal. It's super lightweight and fast to put up, which is why you see it on all those huge industrial buildings. And of course, the classics, clay or concrete tiles. They give you that traditional look and are fantastic for thermal insulation.
So, where are we headed? What does the future hold for the roof? This is where things get really, really exciting, because roofs are changing from these passive shelters into active, dynamic systems.
First up, green roofs. And we're not just talking about a couple of plants on a roof. These are living, breathing ecosystems. They actually manage rainwater, they clean the air, and they help cool down our cities. It's just an amazing blend of nature and architecture. Next, check out solar roofs. They're turning the biggest, most sun-blasted part of a building into its own personal power plant. And we're moving way beyond just slapping some panels on top. Now, the roof materials themselves are solar generating. The whole thing becomes a power source. And finally, we have cool roofs. The concept here is so simple, but it's incredibly effective. By using these highly reflective materials, the roof literally reflects sunlight back into space instead of absorbing it as heat. This one simple change can dramatically lower the need for air conditioning, which saves a ton of energy.
So, the next time you look up at a skyline, remember that a roof is never just a roof. It's a story.
It's a story about the local climate, about culture, and about technology, all written against the sky. What stories are the roofs in your city telling you? Thanks for diving into this with me.